So just as quickly as 2025 came, it is now gone. The new year is here, and now it's time that I do what I do every year and set some goals. If you're new here, my name is Blake. I'm a filmmaker and a video producer. And this channel is sort of where I document the ongoing journey of being a filmmaker or a creative professional. So last year, I set a number of goals at the start of the year. Obviously, anyone who actually watches this channel, all the videos all the way through, which I suspect is not many of you, but I hope there's a small few out there, then you'll know that my life took a pretty tremendous left turn in the middle of last year. So I'm not gonna be kicking myself too much if I didn't hit all of those goals. I've got a lot of plans this year, not just for my own personal projects and goals, but also for this channel. So I hope you will stick around. So before we get into my goals, what I want to do first is I want to take a look at last year's goals and sort of assess how I did. So let me take you to last year's video. Okay, so here's me last year. I've got a whole lot more hair than I do right now. Just talking about my goals, talking about things. Skip forward a little bit. Okay, so it looks like goal number 1 was to start a film festival. Did I do this? Technically, no. While I didn't officially start a full film festival with a team and a Film Freeway page and paid submissions and all that jazz, I did host a number of very large screening events. The biggest one actually taking place in a beautiful art house theater in Cary, North Carolina. And that one did have a name. We coined it the Carolina Indie Film Celebration. There was a submission process. We went through, I watched all the films, made selections. It was all very streamlined, much like a film festival would be. So I'm gonna give myself a little bit of credit on that one. I sort of did it. Sort of started a film festival. Okay, goal number 2 that I was hoping to do in this past year was crowdfund a micro-budget feature film. Did I do this? No, not at all. I didn't even start. I did, however, write 2 feature films last year, and one of them I'm beginning to rewrite this year with the hopes to be doing this goal this year. That's a little bit of a sneak peek into what we're going to talk about in a moment, but did I crowdfund for a micro budget feature? No. Okay, so goal number 3 that I set last year was to complete my short documentary. Did I do this one? No. I am not doing super well here, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I made a lot of progress on the documentary. I shot several interviews, a bunch of content. However, it has been sitting on my hard drive for several months now. I haven't touched it. I haven't put together another production day for it in a little while. So maybe this is a great way for me to kick myself into gear and actually finish that project. Okay, and goal number 4 was to make 1 YouTube video every month. Did I do this one? You're damn right I did. One of the greatest joys for me in 2025 was continuing on with this YouTube channel. It's not just a way for me to share lessons that I learn along the way and thoughts and ideas. This is like a personal creative journal, and it sort of gets me out of the daily grind of everything else that I do. Okay, so relatively speaking, I feel like I did all right. Based on the circumstances of my 2025, I think I did a pretty good job. Okay, let's talk about my goals for 2026. Okay, so I have a lot of these, and I sort of broke them down into more like quarterly goals for myself. But for our purposes, I'm gonna give you more of a broad idea of some of my goals and talk about how I plan to achieve these goals. I take you now to my handy dandy whiteboard where I will be keeping track of what I hope to accomplish. Okay, so goal number 1. I don't know if you can really see all of that, but it's break into commercial work. I know I've said before that I've done a little bit of commercial work, but all of it's been a little bit more small scale stuff. When I say this, what I mean is that I would like to be doing commercial work for clients that are a little bit larger or maybe more established brands, and figure out a way to use my skills to provide that sort of commercial filmmaking service. The way that I plan to do this, and what I am sort of already doing this year, is by doing a little bit of spec work just to sort of show what I can do. A lot of networking and creating really specific package deals to be able to end up with specifically commissioned commercial pieces. Okay, so my second goal for the year is I would like to develop a feature film this year. Now, I know that I said I was going to do this last year. I was going to begin a crowdfunding campaign, and I ultimately failed. I made almost no progress other than the writing. It was really important for me to take that year to mostly just do the writing, because now I feel particularly equipped, especially after completing a lot of narrative projects last year and developing a voice. I feel very ready to now take this step. So to me, this means taking the first half of the year and finishing a rewrite, and maybe a second rewrite, and maybe even a third rewrite of a feature script that I am feeling very strongly like this might be the one that I would like to make. I'm also planning my wedding right now, so I think introducing pre-production for a feature film is probably a foolish thing to do at the same time. Now, once I have the script done, the hope after that is just to go full force into development and into pre-production. So basically exactly what I wanted to do last year. Run a crowdfunding campaign, build a team, and just begin the process. Okay, so my third and really final high priority goal I would like to make 2 YouTube videos every month. This is a small step up from last year in keeping up with just really wanting to make 1 every month. But I'm starting to find a flow here and figuring out how to fit this into my busy life. And I'm already doing pretty well because I think this is my second video in January. And the way I plan to do this is really to just keep up with what I've already been doing in the past few months, which is I outline a few ideas for videos I would like to make each month, and then I just pick 1 to 2 of them, and I schedule out some times, and I film them. Usually takes me an hour. I edit over a couple of days, and then I upload. It's much simpler than I would have thought in the past. I have a few other small and maybe more personal goals as well. I have some hopes this year to maybe start a podcast on the side. I'm also introducing a photography service this year, mostly for couples and families, candids and lifestyle sort of photos, and I hope to grow that as a bit of a side gig. Last year I ran a half marathon. This year I'm gonna do a particularly difficult 10-mile race in my area. If I can squeeze it in, I wanna learn how to play the piano, and this year I'd really love to travel internationally. But when it comes to work and to filmmaking, these are like my biggest goals of the year. My hope is that with some discipline and some work ethic, that I can really get somewhere with these goals and not come up a little bit short, which maybe I did a little bit last year. So I hope you will join me on the journey this year, keep up with what I'm up to, and tune in whenever I've got some things to share. And speaking of things to share, my web series 2020s premieres the very first episode on February 8th, right here on this channel. So mark your calendars, tell your friends, and check it out when it comes out. So thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate anyone who decides to tune in to my small little base of viewers here. So give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a, notifications button, all that jazz. Happy creating, happy filmmaking, peace and love, and I will see y'all in the next one.